Welcome to my channel. My name is Lorraine and I help people live with passion, purpose and positivity. And the topic of today's video is connect to this now for epic results. And what I'm talking about in this instance is the same thing that I was talking about in my last video. It's about the book that I'm reading, The Power of Intention by Dr.Wayne Dyer. But I've read this book many times, but I've now got it on Audible. So I've been really listening to it and listening to his voice, and he's so inspirational. In fact, Dr. Wayne Dyer, who's deceased now, he used to research like ancient sages from, before Christ, and he's got loads of quotes that, he talks about all the time. So he's done loads and loads of research. And intention, like I discussed before, is the dominant force that is life. It's the force that we can all connect to, or we can not cut ourselves off completely, because that will never happen. But there's certain things that you have to do to connect to this life force. Some people call it law of attraction, some people call it source energy, some people call it the divine, God. Whatever's on the door for you, it doesn't really matter. But I like the way that Wayne Dyer describes it and talks about it, and I want to share that with you. So he says there's 7 faces of intention that you need to connect to get the best benefit of, the power of intention. And I've made my own anagram, and I did this years ago just so that I remember everything that he talks about. He doesn't actually say this, so it's my own anagram, and it's called LABRECK. And that stands for love, abundance, beauty, receptivity, expansion, creativity and kindness. And he says that you've got to connect to all of these things so that it's in your inner being regularly, to connect that infinite intelligence that is there all the time, that is guiding you and helping you. But if you're not of these high vibrations, you can learn to do it, learn to get on these high vibrations just by reading books like The Power of Intention and other books, e.g. from Abraham Hicks or Rhonda Byrne, The Secret. But I do highly recommend this book by Dr. Wayne Dyer. So the first one is love. And what he's talking about is, I think most people feel love, and they know that when they feel love, it feels so good, doesn't it? So that's who you really are. Everything we do in this life, we do it because of love. But he's talking about the deep, unconditional love. If you have a deep, unconditional love for life, yourself, the people around you, unconditionally means that you put no demands. I love you because if you do this, I love you because if you do that. You've got to love unconditionally to reap the benefit of connecting to intention. Abundance is number 2. Abundance is everywhere, isn't it? If you walk out your front door, it's just everywhere. It's nature is abundance. Everybody that you come in contact with, you can say that that's abundance. And when you're feeling abundance and you're feeling like a really wealthy person full of prosperity, that's what will happen to you. You'll attract that sort of thing. But I'm talking about abundance in general, abundance like all the leaves on the trees, all the grains of sand on the beach. It's just everywhere. You just have to notice it. So the next one is, number 3, is beauty. Beauty, again, like abundance. You can find the beauty in anything, can't you? And again, it's like noticing, changing your perspective, not walking around in your day, listening to your ego, your mind saying that there's no beauty, because there's beauty everywhere. You can see it in a young child, you can see it in an older person, you can see it by just watching birds in the trees or squirrels in the trees, or anything. Beauty is all around us, and you've just got to notice it. So Number 4 is receptivity. Receptivity means that you've got to be in the receiving mode to accept all that you desire. And to be in the receiving mode, you've got to feel worthy. Worthy that life is for you. Life is, the universe wants you to have what you want. And Albert Einstein says, the most important decision you'll ever make in this life is the universe a friendly one or a hostile one? If you think it's a hostile one, you'll attract them sort of energies to you. So think that the universe is friendly, is here for me, and you'll be in the receiving mode of all that life has to offer. So next one is expansion. Expansion. If we don't stop expansion, we naturally grow in life. We're learning things, we're getting older, we're finding new things about what we like, what we don't like. And expansion is natural. But if you indulge in a lot of the lower energies like, depression and, anything, sadness or, jealousy, anything like that, stop yourself and just go back to feeling good. Your main thing is you got to feel good. Wayne Dyer says, remember them 5 words. I want to feel good. And then you'll just naturally expand and then hopefully become enlightened. So the 6th one is creativity. Creativity. Now, you might think that when we're talking about creativity, we're talking about Beethoven, talking about Albert Einstein, we're talking about Michelangelo, all these geniuses in this life, but you share the same source energy running through you as all these geniuses. And once you remember that, you can tap into your creativity. And everybody's got it in them to be creative. And I think you must know what you'd like to create. You're a co-creator with this universal intelligence, with this universe. And you can create anything you like, but you've got to be inspired and then stop that mind chatter. Meditation can help you do that. Stop the mind chatter and you can tap into your creativity. 7th and final face of intention is kindness. Kindness. We sometimes aren't kind, are we? We talk about people, we judge people, but kindness is at the root of all life. Instead of thinking like judgmental or unkind thoughts about that person, just change your perspective. Say, well, I don't know what they've been going through in life. I don't know why they're being like they are. Kindness. Wayne Dyer was very kind in his life, and one of the things he used to do was if he went into a shop and there was an assistant that was particularly being stroppy or not being very nice, he would deliberately try and bring them round and get them to feel good and feel nice about themselves. And that is kindness, isn't it? So yeah, just develop kindness in your life, and you'll be on that way to receiving all this abundance and everything from the 7 phases of intention that you were meant to be living. Anyway, I hope this helped everybody, and I highly recommend this book by Dr. Wayne Dyer, even on Audible. I loved it on Audible because I could hear his voice. I do love his voice so much. Anyway, have a wonderful day, everybody. Blessings, much love, and namaste.